Good evening.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Nazim, how are you? I would like to see the participant one after one, Mr. Shakil. And what are the participant? Mr. Shakil, Ahmed,
Yes, sir.
Faridul Jaman, Riyad,
Yes, sir.
Alamin, and Mahbubul Alam. Good evening, everyone. So I like to start today's classes is reading class. So our class will be the first classes. Okay, I think you must know about the reading modules, but today I will brief about reading, some sort of thing we have to do. Are you hearing me, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the classes is about the reading part. Today we will discuss about reading. The reading part, there are three passages. Can you see the screen, please?
Yes, sir.
We see.
Yes, sir.
Look at see the IELTS reading part. We can see in the reading part, first of all, scoring system. Scoring system is that both reading and listening are same.
Sir, screen just show the some folder, but
Not showing. Okay. Are you seeing the screen now?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is about the reading task we are talking about. In reading, there are three passages we need to solve. Before solving, we have to know some scoring system. Scoring system is this is the scoring system for academic reading and listening, 23 to 26. If you are able to, there are 40 questions in reading. If you are able to correct 23 to 26, your score is 6 point. 27 to 29, your score is 6.5. 30 to 33, your score is 7 point. And 33 33 is a 7.5. 34 is 7.3 to 4, 7.5. 35 to 38 is 8 score. 39 is 9 score. This is very important for us to know the scoring system of IELTS reading. Then we can go to the final classes. Okay, have you seen the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you please?
34
Yes,
is 7.5, 35 to 38 is 8 score.
Now the
It's
screen is reading part. Are you seeing the screen? There are 3 pages. Are you clearly seeing the screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
no, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
can't see anything.
I only see the last two
pages,
talk
two
about
pages.
32,
Okay, less pages.
34 is
Okay.
7.5.
Is it clear to see the screen, please? Now
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
we have to clear you about reading. There are 3 pages in IELTS Reading Academy, and 40 questions we have to answer by reading 3 pages in an hour. And we have to note this sort of things. First of all, how many questions there are in readings? On 7 type of question you can see in the screen.
Yes, sir.
List of the heading. We will explain about list of the heading, what kinds of it is, matching information, and true, false, not given, fill in the blank, multiple choice, answering question, completing sentences. These are the questions we need to solve in reading passage. As we know, it is very challenging for us in an hour. We need to read 3 passages in an hour and need to answer 40 questions. But it is very challenging for us because in IELTS reading part, there are nothing common. For example, you practice some books, some Cambridge book or other book. In your final exam, there's nothing common passages you can have. That's why it is challenging. That's why you need to learn some strategy and technique. The first strategy and technique is I have to mention in here. First strategy, IELTS reading technique. The strategy is that finding key points and location of the question are the main technique of IELTS reading, which save your time. This is your first technique. And we don't suggest our learner to start reading passages fast. We don't suggest our learner. What we suggest? We suggest just read the question. First of all, read the question and to follow some key point. You can have some key point. Do you know the key point of the question, please?
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Voice is not clear.
So
Okay.
you key point, that means verb, noun, adjective.
Excuse me.
The key point, that means verb, noun, adjective. We find it right on the text.
Okay, can you please say again?
I said that the key point, that means verb, noun, adjective, which is finding from the reading, right?
No, this is not key point. Key point is that the reading question, when you read, once you read the question, there is a main point, there is a main theme of the question, main word of the question.
Okay,
Every
I
question
understand.
you may have some
Sir, we can't hear you properly, sir, because I think the problem of net, I think.
Okay.
Net or voice instrument system.
But I listen carefully, clearly.
You are a lucky man.
No,
I also
connect
listen
my
clear.
mobile device. Wi-Fi is getting very problem.
Okay, just to let you know.
Okay,
So,
are you, excuse me?
I'm just giving some updates. So, internet in Bangladesh is very slow right now, especially Facebook, Messenger is all of them are down. I
Yes,
think
sir.
it might be some sort of
Yes.
government instruction. So keep with us. Let's see. And we are recording, so I can hear properly. I haven't got any problem. Probably some of you might get some sort of problems. So just keep staying with us. Let's see what I can do.
Sir, we can hear you, but we cannot hear Nazimuddin sir's voice.
Okay, the problem is the internet in here in Bangladesh.
Yes.
Slow net systems here. So we will try to do this one. And as okay, I think if you don't hear, you can ask me. I reply my voice again. Uh, is it clear my voice to hear?
Yes,
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 sir.
clear.
Yes, yes.
Now it is clear.
Okay, now let's start. Now we have understand that the main thing of reading is finding key points, and the location of question is the main thing. And another main thing is the type of questions. We can note the question type. List of the heading, matching information, and true, false, not given, fill in the blank, multiple choice, answering question, and completing sentences. I like to request you to note the type of question, then we go to the next one. Type of question is 7. As you can see in the screen,
Yes, sir.
list of the heading,
List of the
matching,
Matching information.
information,
People list.
list, statement,
people list,
Institution
distribution,
list.
and ER list. True, false, not given. Fill in the blank. Multiple choice.
complete sentences. Yeah.
Multiple choice, answering question, and completing sentences. Okay. Have you noted the type of question?
So should we write it in our khata?
You have to note down in your khata. You have to note down the type of question we are going to solve. Then we will discuss some strategy. Very helpful for us.
Sir, please show your full. Yes. Okay, it's okay, sir.
Sir, answer number 4B, I think it's maybe without clue.
Okay, with clue. Yes, without clue. Yes, it's right. You are right. With clue and without clue. A is with clue. B is without clue. Is right. You are right. I think it's finished, right? Can you start
sir.
the?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we can go to the next one. And this is about, we learn about the type of question, and we learn another thing, technique. Technique is finding keyword, key points, and finding your question location in the passage. So we don't suggest our learner to start passages first, to start reading passages first. We suggest our learner to read the question first. And when you read the question, you have some information, you have find some key points. Let's start to solve the question. Have you seen in the passage some passages of reading? Passage 1.
No,
Have you
sir.
seen in the screen?
Previous previous page
Okay,
is showing the screen.
let me, we have to do. Now, are you seeing the passage?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are going to start from here. From here, if you don't see in the screen clearly, you can see, I will make you zoom for making understand. Look at, this is IELTS reading passage. As we discussed, there are 3 passages, like this 3 passages, and 3 passages like this one. We have to answer 40 question. 40 question, last one is 40 question. By reading 3 passages, we have to answer 40 question in an hour. That's why we call it is challenging task, because a lot of passages like this one, 3-1. Look at how large the passage one, and how large this one passage. Have you seen in the screen the how large one this passage?
Yes, sir. It's a
Very
very large.
very large one. In here, so your time is 20 minutes to read the passage and answer 13 questions. So our suggestion, our request, we suggest that don't start reading from the beginning of the passage. We have to go through the question first.
Okay,
We
sir.
have to go through the question first and read questions, and first of all identify what kinds of question it is. As we discussed earlier, there are 7 type of question we need to solve in the reading task. So what kinds of question it is? You can see in the screen what kinds of question it is. 1 to 7 question. Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank.
Yes, fill in the blank.
So
Without clue.
first of all, for answering fill in the blank, I like to instruct you. I like to give some strategy. You have to listen very carefully, then you can answer. In terms of answering fill in the blank, first of all, you may have some key points that mean some heading over there, some key point of the fill in the blanks. Read the key points and underline the key point by your pencil. We can hear instruction complete the sentence below. Choice no more than 2 words. They instructed you answer should be no more than 2 words. Answer should be in 2 words. This is instruction they gave me, and we have to read some key points. The key point indoor farming is a key point. And question number 1, some food plant including dash are already grown in indoor. So you can have some key information. Which will be the key information here? What you underline? Mr. Shakil,
Some
what?
fruit plant.
Fruit plant.
Sir, food plant, sir.
Fruit
Food plant.
plant.
Fruit plant.
Fruit
Food
plant.
plant and indoor farming. That
Indoor
means
farming.
they are talking about indoor farming. We need to
Indoor.
underline the indoor farming. And the question is food plant including dash are already grown in indoor. That means indoor farming, what kinds of plant is growing? Some word is missing. Which word is missing? We can have information in the essays from the beginning. We have to charge indoor farming. Indoor farming is your key points. Let's start
Indoor.
scanning from the beginning. We have to scan and scream. Scan and scream mean don't need to understand the meaning. Just find out the word indoor farming. The para you get indoor farming, underline the word. Please start reading from the beginning.
Please,
Start charging from the beginning. Just stop
Yes, yes.
word,
The second paragraph, first line. Indoor farming. Second
So
paragraph.
second
first line.
paragraph, first line.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I like to recommend Mr. Shakil to read from the second paragraph that we mentioned indoor farming.
sir, please zoom. Can not tell it.
The concept of indoor farming is not new.
Second paragraph, first sentence.
Sir, may I
The
read
concept
the
of
second paragraph? Second paragraph.
Hello? Shakil
Yes.
Saib?
Yes,
Okay, okay. Have you seen in this in here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
yes, sir.
Okay, let's read the line indoor farming.
Yes, second paragraph, first sentence.
Okay.
The
Who like to read
cons-
this? Read. Concept of
The-
indoor farming.
The concept
is not-
of indoor farming is not new. Since hothouse production of tomatoes and other
tomato and other product
other
has
produce
been
has been in
been
vogue.
baju for some time. Baju, that means the focal something, they are focus something. Baju for some time has been baju for some time. So we got some information regarding our questions. So question we understand, question we found that here some plant food including dash are
Tomato.
already grown.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Absolutely tomato, sir.
Tomato.
Tomato word. Okay.
Tomato.
You can note down the answer one tomato, and we will solve answer tomato. One no more than 2 word, just 2 into word only tomato.
Tomato.
So
Yes, sir.
second question number 2 question is who will read the question number 2 and read question number 2, find the main points of the word. Please read question number 2.
Vertical farms would be
Vertical
located
farms
in
would be located in dash, meaning
Dash,
that,
meaning that
that
there would be less.
is need
Less
to take
need.
them long distance to customers.
Okay, you have to understand the main information.
vertical
farm.
farms. Vertical
This is
farms.
main word. This is main word. And another main word is that vertical farm would be located. Where is
Sir,
located?
Located, sir. Located.
Located. Vertical farm located. Location of vertical farm or situation. Situated
Yes,
or
sir.
located same word.
Located. Yes. sir.
Meaning that there would be less need to take long distance from the customer. So we have to charge in the paragraph, in same paragraph, vertical farm location, where the plus read from rest of one, where the location of vertical farming.
Second para
Yes.
last line.
Second paragraph.
Okay.
Vertical
Proposal
farm.
proposal is for the vertical
Once
farm.
as proposed is
Concept
for the
multi-storage.
vertical farm, the concept
So
is
better-
That means multi-floor.
Okay, what we have to read? Vertical farm concept is of multi-story
Multi-story.
building. That means vertical farm conception is they go in multi-story building. We have to find where is located, in which food crop are
Heart
grown
of
environmentally.
urban centers, sir,
Environmentally
situated in the
controlled. control condition situated in the urban center. So
Urban
we
centers.
we got the answer. Which got the answer in here?
Sir, urban centers.
Urban
Urban
centers.
center, sir.
Urban centers.
Okay. Remember that no more than 2 words. Only 2 words. Answer
Okay,
should
sir.
be the answer should be urban center.
Okay.
So we can answer. We can write down urban center. We can please write down urban center.
Yes, sir.
Urban
Your
center.
answer. Wait.
Sir, whose book is this, sir?
This is a Cambridge 11.
11.
Task
Yes.
Cambridge 11 task 1. Okay, note please the answer. Note yourself. Then you can match how many answers you are being correct.
Okay.
Now
So
question number 3. Question number 3.
vertical
Vertical
farms
farms
could
could
be
use
methane
from
methane
plants and
from
animals
plants
to
and
produce.
animals to produce
Okay.
methane.
Sir, vertical farms and produce is the key
Could
point.
use
Methane
methane
produce.
from plant and animals to produce.
Which is the key
Vertical
point?
farm
Which
would
is
use
the key
methane
point of
from plant.
Key
Sir,
point is
produce.
methane.
Sir,
Produce.
use methane, sir.
Plants,
Use
animals. Methane
Could use methane, sir.
plants, animals.
okay,
Plants
methane
and
is key
animals.
point.
Yes,
Now we
sir.
have to go through the passage. Passage the paragraph. We find the last answer. Just we have to choose the word methane where the word is methane is. Just screaming and scanning. 2 minutes scanning, or you don't need to understand the meaning. Just screaming and scanning. Find the using methane where they mention. Please let's start from here where they mention using methane.
This para is not in methane.
Okay, let's paragraph. We can start charging.
Sir, scroll up. Vertical farm. There is also no, sir. Also none.
Read carefully, but once you know the methane, you can get the answer.
Okay.
It would return energy to give via methane.
Which paragraph have you found?
Is paragraph number 3 or 4?
The support of
Paragraph number
vertical
4.
farming.
Paragraph number 4.
Oh, is this one or
The support of vertical farming, this space.
support
Vertical
of
farming
vertical
attempt.
farming?
The support of vertical farming claim.
Okay. This support of vertical
Energy
farming.
grid method.
Same mini
Okay.
potential
Energy the grid. Upward, sir. Your cursor is upward more than 5 lines, then you will find. Read the method. Read my method.
Okay, via methane generation from the composting non-eligible parts of the plant. It would dramatically reduce fossil fuel use by cutting out the need for tractor. So you have to start from the beginning. Although the system would consume energy, we have to start reading from this line.
Grid
Although
via
the
methane.
system would consume energy,
Sir,
it would
it will be
return.
fossil fuel.
No,
It
look,
return
Sir,
read
it will be
carefully.
fossil fuel.
Please read carefully.
Although-
We have to go.
Although the
Although
system
the
would consume
system-
energy,
It would
would
return
consume
energy. It would return energy to grid via methane generation from composting non-eligible parts of the plant. Now we got some
sir,
information. We have to
energy
go to the
should be
question
energy.
again.
Produce energy.
Vertical farm could use methane from plant and animal to produce. Why they using this one to produce energy?
produce
or
energy.
Grow energy, sir. Energy. Produce energy, sir.
Okay, this is information. So I like to request you to speak one after one. If you speak all together, sound will be louder. So if you speak one by one, the sound will be clear. So
Sir, we
got
should be.
the
Sir, we request to unmute everyone just we should text our answer. Then we'll see. It's easier
Okay, good.
way. We will write our answer on text.
Okay, you write answer, and I like to help you. But I like to listen from one after one. When I mention a person, you speak. So thing is that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the,
Okay.
the good way.
Okay, number 4 questions. I like to request Mr. Shakil to read the number 4 question. Shakil.
The consumption of dash would be cut because agriculture vehicles would be unnecessary.
So consumption, we understand the consumption of dash would be cut, which is the key point. Consumption of dash would be cut because agriculture vehicle will be unnecessary. We got 2 main things. One is the agriculture vehicle, another is some sort of consumption will be cut. So which word we have to charge? Which word we have to skin?
Consumption and
Consumption.
agriculture vehicles.
Agriculture vehicles.
Okay, agriculture vehicle. One thing, sometimes they never mention main word. They mention synonym word. So you have to see the whether agriculture vehicle they mention or they mention something same word tractor. This is some you when you find tractor, when you find some word synonym with agriculture vehicle, you have to stop the line. Now we can go to the passage. And this line we find the answer, so we can have the answer in here. In this paragraph, we found the answer. So better to scan some word that mean agriculture vehicles or some consumption will be count. Where the information in here you have to charge in this paragraph because every sort of question follow the sequence. So start reading the information where you have the agriculture vehicle or some sort of thing that like the vehicles or some consumption they will cut. Read this paragraph carefully. You can have some information.
There is no information on the.
Yes, there is information. There is information. Last line. It would return energy via energy to grade via methane generation from the composting non-allotable parts of the plant. It would also dramatically reduce. This is information. It would in this paragraph with last line. It would also dramatically reduce fossil fuel use by cutting out the need for tractor, flanks, and shipping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a tractor, another vehicle of.
Oh, agriculture vehicle. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Agriculture vehicle means tractor. We found the main points. Also, what they reduce, what consumption? It would also dramatically reduce fossil fuel. What they reduce?
Fossil fuel.
Fossil fuel.
Fossil
So
fuel.
fossil fuel. Answer should be fossil fuel, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got it. Now I like to request Mr. Other person, Mr. Farid Jaman, please.
Yes, sir.
Would you please read the question 5, number 5 question?
The fact that vertical farms would need dash light is disadvantage.
Advantage. So you understand the themes. The fact that vertical farm would need, that means vertical farm may need some sort of thing. And
Yes, yes.
dash light is disadvantage. So which word you have to find in this
Sir,
question?
Artificial
Sir,
light.
light, sir, light.
Artificial
Light,
light.
okay.
Artificial light.
Light or disadvantage. Disadvantage, they mentioned that demerit, some synonym word. They can mention that they may say demerit or some
Demerit.
other synonym word. So we have to go to the passage and the information we got from the beginning. Passage in here. This line we got. Some we have to go to the rest one.
Yes,
Rest
sir.
one.
However,
The light.
that means, sir, I have a question.
Yes.
So, sir, if we see the passage in contrast,
Artificial.
however, whenever, so that it be mentioned is another part of question.
Actually, yes. That means that you have to follow the sequence. And whatever you get the first question, you have to go to the below paragraph. All sorts
Right.
of questions follow the sequence. Now we don't need, we are not reading from the beginning. We have to go to the below passage.
Right.
Here the major drawback means disadvantage. We find the key points. Drawback of vertical farm, that means disadvantages. Vertical farm disadvantages. However, it is that the plant would require artificial light.
So answer should be artificial.
We got the answer. We got the answer here, that the fact the vertical farm would need artificial light is a disadvantage. Same thing dimension in the passage. So it is clear, if you are able to find out the key points, you are saving your time. I mentioned that in reading is very challenging to save your time, because 20 minutes you have to do both things, read passage and answering question. That's why we instruct to follow some strategy. Okay, now I like to ask another person to read the question, please.
Can I do?
Yes.
One form of vertical farming involves planting in dash which are not fixed.
Okay, please, you have to mention one form of vertical farm involved. That means something involved in here, existing here. Planting in. That somewhere they plant.
Which are not fixed. Yeah, which are not fixed.
Not fixed means moving somewhere. It maybe moves. So
yeah.
Which is the key?
It's not
key
stick.
here?
And not fixed. Maybe the not fixed and the planting in.
Okay, not fixed. We have to start the not fixed or moving somewhere.
Yeah.
Some nest paragraph. This is paragraph we can say, in the paragraph we can find, because question follows sequence. We don't need to go from the beginnings. You have to follow sequence. Now in this paragraph we can find some sort of thing. The vertical farm plant in a places which is not fixed.
Sir, it's one variation on vertical farming that has been developed in croplands in stack trays
that move on
move on rails.
Okay, so we find this move on rail. That means this is not fixed.
Right.
So we have to find the in rail where they grow, where they in rail or train, where they grow vertical farm. From that has been developed to grow plant in a stuck tray that move on rail. So what will be the answer?
Stuck tray, sir.
Stuck tray. Okay, a stuck tray will be answered. We got this one. Thank you. Thank you. Now the question is that number.
So what is the answer?
A stuck tray. Stuck tray. Do you know the tray? Tray.
Yes, sir.
Something of tray in roll.
Something a carry on, sir. Carry is
exactly.
Yes.
We carry some tea tray or other tray. So they grow plant on the rail stuck tray. Answer should be a stuck tray. So we got the answer. Now we can move to the question number 7 question. Number 7 question. Who will read the number 7 question, please?
May I read?
Yeah.
Yes, you can please start reading. Number 7 question.
The most probable development that will be grown on dash town and cities.
Grown town and city. So first of all, read the question very clearly. Then you can, if you understand the meaning, you can find the main word. Very helpful for you to answer. So understand read carefully the question. Most probable development is that food will be grown on dash town and city. So what is the key point of the word? Key point of the question.
Key point is development grown,
Yes.
and town cities.
Town and city.
Yes.
So we have to
Yes.
task where they mention town and city. Next paragraph.
Town and city.
Next paragraph. Next paragraph.
Grown.
Because this is a sequence. They mention sequence. Next
Yes,
paragraph.
lots of growing population. So that
Yes.
means tell something. Vertical farming
Yeah,
is an attempt to address the undevoted problems that we face in producing enough food for
Enough
a
food.
growing population.
Population.
So that
At the
means
moment.
population,
Okay.
population
Now,
that means city or towns.
okay, keep reading. Keep reading. Please keep reading.
At the moment, so
Moments
more needs to
be done
done
to
to
reduce
reduce
the detrimental impact. In fact,
it would be have to on the environment,
environment
particularly as
regard
regards
the
the
use of
energy.
Energy.
Well, it is
While possible
possible
that much
that
for
much
much
our
of
food
our food will be grown
will be grown in skyscraper.
skyscrapers
In
in
future.
future. Most
Most of the
experts
scholars
currently
believe
believe it is
it
far
is
more
far
likely
more likely that we will simply use
use the
the
space
Space
available on
urban
urban
Sir, it will be urban rooftop.
urban rooftops.
no urban. Urban means town and city.
grown yes grown
Urban
on
rooftop.
skyscraper.
Urban means
Rooftops, sir.
No.
Rooftops.
Skyscraper,
Rooftop.
not a place. Skyscraper, that means the sky in some. No, it mentioned that urban and city synonym is urban, that means city and town. Synonym word is urban. So where are they? Rooftop.
Right.
Rooftops. That means
Rooftops.
building rooftop. Building somewhere,
Yes.
building rooftop.
Yes.
You
Top
can
of the
go
top
in,
of the building.
yes, of course. So answer should be,
Rooftop.
please note rooftop. Okay. So now I like to know all the participants. Have you understood the technique to find out answer for fill in the blank?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I like to mention again for fill in the blank. Just read fill in the blank are three kinds: with clue, without clue, and diagram. This is about the without clue. Without clue means there is no word, no vocabulary dimensions. Just we have to find some missing word. Find missing word, just underline the key points, key main point of the question. So to find key point, you need to read the question very carefully. You need to understand the meaning of the question. What the question meant. Once you understand the question meant, you can find. Then go to the passage from the beginning and screens. The word you find, underline the word. Then you can find easily what will save you time. So I recommend you to follow this technique and strategy yourself to save your time. Is it helpful to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we can go to the other parts of question. It is the true, false, not given. So I like to give you some instruction for this kinds of questions. True, false, not given. That means answer whether the answer is true or false or not given. You have to read. You have to justify. You have to find the answer. What are the techniques? Techniques are that. Read the question very carefully, and same thing you can do. You can have some key points, then go to the passage from the beginning, skin and scream, find the word, find the lines of the question, then you read carefully the line in the passage. If you find same information as the question mentioned with passage, answer should be true. If you find the information but it's negatively, it is false. If you find information is not, if you find the information, if you don't find in the passage or some word is missing, you got in the passage, this is not given. Have you understood the technique, please?
Sir, is the true false technique
True
is
for
remain the filling the gaps technique?
no, this is not like this. True false is that first of all read the question very carefully, then understand the meaning of the question, which help you to find the key point of the question. Then move to the passage. Read the line of the keyword. You have to match between the question and passage whether it is matching positively. This is true. If it is matching negatively, it is false. If you don't find any information regarding the question, it is not given. Or
Not good.
if you are not clear about the question information and passage information is not given. Is it clear to understand, please?
Yes.
Yes, sir. We
Yes, sir.
understood.
So we can try to solve. Just what we have to do. I like to request a person, Mr. BM Alamin, please read the question number 8. Alamin, please read the question number 8. Or who like to read the question number 8, please? Anyone?
Sir,
Yeah,
Ashana,
Okay. Hello.
Please. Yes, you started it, please.
Yeah, methods for predicting the Earth's population.
Method of predicting of Earth population
The Earth's
has
population
been
have recently
changed.
changed. Yeah,
Okay.
changed.
You understand the meaning method. You know the method means some sort of method, some sort of
Technique.
some method.
Method.
Predicting means telling before. This is called predicting. Prediction has been telling before. Predicting of Earth population has been changed. Earth population method predicting has been changed. You get some information. What is the main thing? Main question of the main points of the key points.
Earth population.
Earth population, prediction, the Earth population.
Yes.
Population
So
change.
we have
Changed.
We have to go the question from the beginning because, and we already read all the passages. So sequence have been completed. Now we have to go from the beginnings to find about Earth population method whether change or not.
Yes,
Please, could you please start?
first paragraph, second sentence. Earth population.
Who will
Nearly
read?
80% of the Earth population will live in urban cities, applying the most
conservative
estimated to the current
current
demographic trends. The human population will
human
be
population
increased by about 3 billion people by then.
This is enough.
And
We got information. We got information. Now you have to say, you have to match with the question. If the question information is matching positively, this is true. If the question is matching negatively, this is false. If you find some missing information that not clear, information has been given, match with the question, this is not given. So what will be the answer? It is true, false, or not given?
I think, sir, it's false because it's given demographic trends. The human population will be increased by 3 billion. They are using some method to find out the population of the Earth, but there they mentioned that there's nothing method we can use for the population to find out the.
We can read carefully. By 2020, that means 2050 is a prediction, the not in future. And nearly 80% of population will live. They mentioned 80% population will live in urban center. Will live in urban center. Population urban center.
It's
urban
a prediction.
Prediction.
It's a prediction.
They mentioned the urban center. The most conservative estimate the current demographic trends. So we got the information in the question is that question say method of predicting Earth population. Earth population has been changed. In the passage they mentioned urban center. In urban, people will be increased.
Sir, it's
but
true.
True.
True, sir. True.
Please,
True, sir.
carefully. No, let me finish. I like to make this information. Question mentioned that in urban, passage mentioned in urban, in city, people will increase. 80% people will live. And 2050 in city, people will increase in the city. But here they mentioned the method of predicting Earth population has recently changed.
But they didn't given, I think not given.
Yes. They did not give any clear information
It's not
regarding
given.
the Earth. Please, this is very confusing for us.
Yeah.
And someone say this true, false. Confusing is that you have to know the technique. Technique is that you have to match the question and answer similarly. Whether you find similar information, but there is information is not similar. Some conflict in here. Conflict that they mentioned method of predicting Earth population. This is
and the passage they discuss about the urban population.
They mentioned in the passage that the urban population, between the 80%
not given information.
For Earth population will live in the urban center. They did not clear whether it will be increased or not. It was not clear. Did they?
Clear, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
That's why.
The paragraph focus the urban center.
Sir, but
So
the
that's
next line, sir,
Yeah.
will increase by about 3 billion people by then.
Okay,
So-
applying most conservative than current the human population will increase by 3 billion by then, and estimate that's why the 10 hectare of new land. So we have to clarify. Did they mention the changing method of population prediction? Did they mention some changing method? They mentioned that people will live, people will increase, but did they mention some method changing? Our key point is method changing.
No, sir.
Look
It's
at
not
the
given.
changing method. Look at the changing method of method of prediction of our population have been
No, sir.
recently changed. Have they changed some method? Method, you understand method means that this is making method of thinking. You have to do this one. Did they mention some method of population that will increase? So they didn't mention some method. That's why it is not given.
Okay, sir.
I think I can make you understand that the confusing for us regarding finding out true, false, not given is that three things you have to remember. One thing is that between question and passage, you have to match positively that it is true. And you have to match same information negatively, this is false. If you don't find some information or some information is missing, answer should be not given. So this answer is not given. We can note, please note down the not given answer.
Okay.
So I like to request to read the question number 9. Who will read the question number 9, please?
Human beings are responsible for some of the destruction to food producing land.
Okay, human beings are responsible for destruction of some food producing lands. I think Mr. Shakil, you understand the question, please?
Yes, sir.
So if you understand, you can find the main thing. What is the main word of the question, please? What is the main
Responsible
word
and destruction.
of land? Human are responsible, destruction of land.
Responsible for destruction.
Land.
Yes,
So we
basically
have to go.
it's true, but we have to find in passes.
Okay. This is not regarding your psychology. You have to
Yes, sir.
implement.
Yes, sir.
Now read the things that where they mention population or human being responsible for destruction, destroying the land of food land. This in same paragraph, just screen a scream.
Will be needed to grow and to feed them at present, so the land is still in use. Like all this to ensure
Throughout the world, over 80% of land that is suitable for raising crop in use. Historically, some 15% has been laid waste. They mentioned laid waste. What does it mean? Laid waste means destruction, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Laid waste means destruction.
destruction
sir.
by the poor management of practices. So we got the information in here. Some 15% land of food land, that means 15% crop land, has been laid waste for poor management. We got information. Now we have to match. It is positive or negative?
It's true.
Positive or negative? Now match with the question, please.
Positive.
Human being are responsible. Who are responsible? Poor management. Who do poor management? Human or
Human being. Human being.
Human being.
Human beings.
Human being are
So
responsible for
Some of the
management.
destruction, food production. Sir, right? It's a true, sir.
Okay, thank you. Write down the true. Write down, please. True. Write down your answer booklet. Question number 10. Who will read the question number 10, please?
The crops produced in vertical farms will depend on the season.
Depend.
Okay. Now
Depend,
key
yes,
point.
depend.
Please read. Understand the question very clearly. Then you can find the key points. The crop produced in vertical farm will depend on seasons. Two things.
Yes, sir.
Depend on season.
Depend
on
on season, sir.
Yes, sir. Depend on season
On
and
season.
crops produce. is the
Vertical
key
farm.
point.
So we have to go through the same passage. You get the answer, and you find the things information that whether it is depend on season or not. Skin and screen. Go to the main point.
So it is indoor farming. It is about indoor farming.
In this paragraph, you have some information. This
Yes,
paragraph,
sir.
third paragraph, you have some information. Vertical farm, whether it is depend on season or not, you have to read very carefully. It successfully implemented for ponent climb. Vertical farm offer the promise for urban renewable, sustainable production of safe, various food supply through the year-round production of all the crop. Have you find the information, please?
So throw year-round production of all crops.
Yes, sir. Throw year round means seasonal. It's a
No. This is
all season.
I mean, all season, all year, all through year of the month from January to December. From January to December, it can be produced. But question mentioned that.
Seasonal.
Question mentioned that crop produced in vertical farm will depend on season. So negative or positive?
Negative.
False.
Negative, sir.
Negative.
Sir, negative, sir.
Negative means false.
False.
So write down the fall. Write down fall. Answer false. And you can match yourself. If you have Cambridge book, you can match yourself how many answers you are able to cover. Now, and number 11 question. Who will read the number 11 question, please?
Some damage to food crops is caused by climate change.
I like to know, Mr. Shakir, I like to ask other participant, please. You have read. I like to request Jinat
Yes, sir.
to read.
Okay.
Please read,
Some damage.
read the question.
Some damage to food crops is caused by climate change.
some damage of food crop is caused by climate change. I think
Yes,
you
sir.
understand the meaning. Have you understand
Yeah.
the meaning?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Some damage to the food crop. It's like climate change. Because of the climate change, the food crop are damaged.
Damage. Main word is
Yeah.
damaged food crop.
Damage.
Damage.
Damage
Damage to
and
food
climate
crops.
change.
Climate change, sir.
Main word is causes of damage. Causes
Yes.
of
Yes, sir.
damage.
Causes
Yeah.
of damage.
Now we can go through the passage. And same paragraph, you can have and causes of damage. Screen some causes of damage. Read, keep reading. Stop here. Causes of damage. Where you find information cause of damage.
Eventual repair, that means
Eventual repair, that means the evenly it is repaired. Where you get the line eventual repairs?
it's the second paragraph, second last upward line, last sentence.
And damage, crop found the damage, war damage.
Although year-round
people-
production of all crops.
Okay, year-round. The eventual repair, that means eventual, some event, some times, event repair, that means it is repaired. Ecosystem that have been sacrificed to horizontal farming. It took human 10,000 years to learn how to grow the crop. We now take to granted. All year, all around the week, we deploy most of the land ecosystems into semi-arid desert. Within that, the time famine. You know the famine, some sort of dust. We evaluate into an urban spaces in which 60% human population will now live in vertically in city. Majority we humans are sheltered from the element, yet we should we have to read some bearing plant and to the regions of great
Rapidly change
indoor.
climates. Really, it's here. However, more
Weather,
often
good
than
weather,
Weather, yes.
Yes, sir. Massive floods, long droughts, hurricanes, and severe monsoon take their toll each
However,
year,
more often
destroying millions
than
of
not
tons
now.
of valuable crops.
Okay,
Due
However,
to
more
the
often.
rapidly change.
Massive
crop,
floods,
long destruction, hurricane and severe monsoon take their long toll to year, destroying millions of ton valuable crop.
crop.
So
Crops.
we need to match the question. Need to match the question whether it is positive, negative, or no information.
So
What do you think? Is it true?
It's true.
True.
positive?
sir.
Yes,
It's true,
sir.
sir.
True.
Positive,
It's
sir.
true.
True.
Thank you. We can note true. Please note down the true. Next question. Who will read the next question, please? Next one. I'd like to request other person to read.
So it is 12. 12.
12 question. Who will read, please? Who will read? I'd like to
Fertilizers,
request
fertilizers will be needed for certain crops in
certain
vertical farms.
vertical farm. So you understand fertilizer you need fertilizer to grow
Vertical farm.
Certain crops.
what is the key point? Key main point of the question, please.
Certain crops.
For certain
Sir,
crop, you need
fertilizer.
fertilizer. So we have
Fertilizer,
to
sir.
grow
And fertilizer.
fertilizers.
Fertilizer needs.
So for, you have to scan for fertilizer whether it is neat or not. Farming attempts, environment here. Environment here we have to charge the information where you get farming productions, farming requires and food crop situated urban center.
Yes, sir. The next paragraph. Originally eliminating the need for herbicides, pesticides. That means one kinds of chemical and fertilizers. The next paragraph. all
Which
the
one?
food group, all the food. That means number line, fourth sentence. All the food be grown originally, eliminating
Okay.
the need.
All the food
need
could be
for
grown. All the food could be grown originally, elementally, need for herbicide, pesticide,
pesticides and
and
fertilizer.
fertilizer. So it is true or false?
Yes, true.
No. Read the question clearly. They
Oh,
mentioned
certain
certain crops.
certain crops, right.
Certain.
Oh, all the
They
crop,
mentioned
all the crop. That means
just
false.
understand.
All the food.
Negative.
It's a
Negative.
certain crops,
Yes.
but yeah, certain crops. It's a negative, sir.
Certain
False.
means
The false.
limited.
False. Write down false.
False, sir.
Write down
False.
as false. Okay. Next question, please read that next question. Who will read, please? Other participant. Next two. Don't be hesitated. I will help you. Please read one after one. You may have mistake. Don't worry. I will help you. Please. Next one. Who
Sir,
will
can I
read?
say? Can I read, sir?
No. You have read. I like to Tariq Shuman, please.
Vertical farming will make plants less likely to be affected by infectious disease.
Vertical farm will make less likely to be affected by infectious disease. I think you understand, Mr. Raja. Have you understand the meaning
Yes.
of question, please? So if you want to understand what is the main point, please ask the main point of question, please. What is the
Affected
main
by
point?
infection diseases, sir.
Will
So
make
this is the key point will be affected by infectious disease.
infectious disease.
Less likely
Infectious.
to.
Infectious
Less likely
disease.
to. Here is the main thing. Less likely to. You have
Less
to
likely.
understand less likely
Yes.
to. That means
Vertical
not possible.
farming will make plants less likely.
Less likely to be affected.
Less
To be
affected by
infectious disease.
affected
So we
by
have to go to
infection
the infectious disease where they mention disease. Infectious disease. Just screen
Sir, yeah.
what disease.
The system would greatly reduce the indecent. Where?
Which one?
Sir, again and again you scroll your mouse.
Also,
and
the
I
system would
lost
be consuming energy.
Okay, this one.
Second pesticides, then 2 sentences later.
Okay.
Incidence of many
System. Okay. System would be greatly reduce the incident of many infectious disease that are require the agricultural interface. Although the system would consume energy. So we have to understand very carefully whether it is matching positively or not by reading from the line. Although the systems augmenting need for and system would greatly reduce. That means the system would reduce the infectious disease. So it is matching positive or negative?
Negative, sir.
No. Less likely. Less likely.
Sir, it's the same, sir. Reduce and less. True, sir.
Less likely. Less likely mean really. Do you know the really? I rarely go to school. Do you know? That means I never go to school. I really mean I sometimes go to school, not all the time, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, less likely, that means really. They mentioned here the reduce the risk of infectious disease. So question mentioned here, vertical farm will make plant less likely to be affected by infectious disease. Is it
true?
Matching. Or
no, it's sense on opposite.
No opposite.
No, sir, it's true. Less likely and reduce is the same word.
Same thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Same thing. You didn't understand. Farid Jaman, you didn't understand. They mentioned less likely. What does it mean? If you mention I am less likely to have fast food. What does it mean?
It's rarely.
It's a rare, sir. Rare, like
rare.
sometimes I like it.
So in the passage they mentioned that system reduce the risk of infectious disease. That means the infectious disease will be less, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So answer should be true.
Yes.
Now, you can have question to me. You can ask me question. This classes. I have discussed two techniques. One is true, false, not given, and another is fill in the blanks. If you understand, I like to request you to try yourself, and by collecting some IELTS book, you can collect some books like Cambridge IELTS 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, and you need to try yourself by following my technique. If you know well my technique, and you have to justify how many answers you are able to correct. If your target is 7 score, how many answers you have to correct, please?
76,
36 maybe.
30,
36.
35,
32.
36.
30. No, 30.
30.
I mentioned
Oh,
30.
30.
30 to 34, 30 to 33. So if you are looking at 6.5, how many answers you have to correct?
6 time is
27.
Right.
26 to 28.
Okay, 26 to 29, 6.5.
29.
So I like to recommend you to get 6.5 or 6 score, 7 score, because to study or to get a chance to in a good university, it is very important to get 6.5 and 7 score in your readings. So justify yourself. If you want to understand the strategy and technique, you can do. Another thing is that you have to learn the new word, new vocabulary. How can you learn if you have a habit of reading English newspaper, English magazines, find out new words? So you can ask me question, please, regarding this classes if you don't understand some sort of technique.
So sometimes we face some new words that which words we don't know the meaning. At that time, what can I do in that situation, sir?
Okay, instantly, if you get some sort of word you don't know the meaning in terms of solving answer in your real exam, you have to read the line carefully, then you can understand some meanings. But I like to recommend you to prepare yourself for reading. Read more and more. You have to read some new passages, Cambridge passages. Start reading more and more. Underline some uncommon word. Then try to know and understand the meaning of the word, including synonyms. Very helpful for you.
Information.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Sir, when we read the question, so how we
Yes.
find the keyword? It's because
Okay,
sometimes
I mentioned that to find keyword, you need to understand the meaning of the question very carefully. Remember
Okay.
that question meaning, which word they use very simple to make you understand. But this is what are complicated. So it is very easier for you. The word they use in question are very simple, are very normal ones.
Change.
So it is very helpful. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. I have another question. So
Yes.
for sometimes I practice some IELTS books, Cambridge books. So I have
Yes.
I face a problem. Even the
Yeah.
not given true false. Sometimes we say that reading and question answer are showing similar. So that time I have been confusing actually which one is correct. It's a true or not given or like similar like that. So
Okay.
most of
Okay.
time I answer the wrong question.
I understood your question. Today we follow some technique that confusing something, whether not given or false or true. So
Okay.
you may have mistake just messing with the question.
Right.
First of all, read the question very carefully. Once you understand question meanings, then you have to go to the passage, the same information you are messing positively. But
Okay.
you have to match with the question and passage positive information. This is true. And when you miss some word, I like to give example. For example, Pakistan is a country of developing. Pakistan is a developing country. Question mentioned, but passage mentioned that Pakistan is very poor country. So answer should be false or not given.
Sir, false, sir.
False.
Copy that is false.
If they mention that Pakistan is a country which is going to be developed.
Yes, sir. Going to be. It's the same, sir. True, sir.
Same. If they mention Pakistan is a country where lots of people live and they have a farming sector, their prime minister is Imran Khan. Question would be not false or not given.
So not given, sir.
Because some information that between question they never mentioned. Question mentioned that Pakistan is a developing country, but they did not mention is developing or not. Today we solved that. Today classes we solved that method they did not mention, but they mentioned population increasing. That's why question number one, why we mentioned this is not given, because some information like a method of prediction they did not mention. Though they mentioned if population is growing, but answer should be not given.
Right. Understood, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So now I like to recommend you to try yourself. I'm giving you a homework. Homework is that the passage. Are you seeing the passage? Falkirk Wells.
Yes.
And it is the Cambridge 11. You can download from internet www.IELTS Cambridge Academic Reading. You can download Cambridge 11 Task 1. Falkirk Well and read the whole passage and try to answer true, false, not given, or fill in the blank yourself. If you face some problem, I will in next classes I will solve you. But I like to know from you how many things you understand from the classes. So you have to read the passage first very carefully, and recommended to underline some uncommon word, to learn some uncommon word by reading the passage. The passage is about the Falkirk Wells, and read the passage very carefully. Try yourself by following my technique to answer 14 to 26.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Will you try yourself, please? And you have to give me feedback. Your weak points.
Okay, thank you, sir. We will try to solve.
Sir, homework 14 to 26 questions.
Homework passage number 2, Falkirk Well passage. This one. First of all, read the passage very carefully.
Yeah.
Then answer 26 to 14 to 26 question. You try to answer yourself.
Okay, sir.
If you know the classes, if you understand the classes, if you know the technique, I think you can do. But before reading, before trying to yourself, some uncommon word, note down some uncommon word from the passage which you don't know with the synonyms, and you have to note your note papers. Every day, I suggest you to learn new uncommon word, new vocabulary with the synonyms by reading a passage.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So okay, and will you discuss some sort of thing about the thing is that today's classes we have to discuss some sort of we discuss here. Now I like to know to some question from you who are struggling with readings. Try yourself. No, I'm going to help you. Please ask me some question about your experience on reading, please.
Sir, I am struggling on reading for matching headlines.
Matching heading we will discuss, and today, and the type of question we discuss, you try yourself this type of question. So I think, and I can understand whether you understand my classes or not. So I can help you. In my full courses, I will discuss all sort of questions. And today's classes, I like to ask you whether you understand very clearly or not.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir, we understand.
Got it.
It's
We are
easy for us to
great, sir.
find out the filling the blanks and true false.
Because you think that you're very challenging for reading the saving your time.
Right.
And
Yeah, you make
some-
it easy because of like first we have to read the filling the blanks and then we have to find out the key point, and it's
Yes.
getting easy for to find out the answer of the filling the blanks and true false.
Okay, this is good technique, because
Yeah.
you know, in IELTS reading, I found lots of very expert in English who are university teachers. They complain me that they are not saving their time. They are not getting much time in reading. So this is very important for you to save your time, to get good score. That means 7 score to get the answer. You have to save your time, and that's why I'm instructing you some strategies. If you know all strategy, I think you are you will be able to get 7 or more than 7 score. I hope. Or if you practice yourself.
Yeah, if we practice
Yes, sir.
more,
Yes, sir.
then we will find out the answers more and we can understand the words and we can learn more vocabulary.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. And I like to go to the Mr. Habib Bhai, and we'll have a permission to us to finish our classes today.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much, Nazim sir, for contributing a lot of things. So I'd like to ask you, all of you, so do you think is what too fast or okay or too slow? Can you please type in the
Okay,
chat box?
sir.
Please type in the chat box. I'd like to see how did you find the class? Is it too fast, okay, or too slow? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the remaining 4, is it not given? Okay. Okay, excellent, excellent. So thank you very much. Yeah, and I would recommend you, if possible, can you please purchase the physical books? So Nazim sir, what do you recommend? Is it from 11.2 or 8.2?
Yes, I like to recommend to purchase or to download from internet IELTS reading from 11 to 15.
11 to 15.
11 to 15.
Yeah. So everyone else, can you please purchase 11 to 15 as he recommended? I think so that will help you to read it out, because when you get the physical book, we feel comfortable to read it, solve it, and sometimes we don't understand the meaning. We can write in the book, and this is how we can practice a lot. So thanks for joining us. So yeah, next class is with this tip. So see you there. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.